Let's get it. All right, we know we got to cover our daily Epstein stuff.
That Americans are paying attention to the recent revelations in the Epstein case. CNN chief data analyst Harry Enton now with what the numbers tell us about how the public and the president's base feel about the story that won't seem to go away.
Yep, that's right.
Interest in the Epstein files and the Epstein case is sky high, and the American public does not trust what the government is selling them. What are we talking about here? Is the government hiding?
Bro is reading this like he's reading off a graph, or not a graph, a map of the weather, dude. I love it.
Epstein's alleged client. Let's get this. 69% of Americans agree that the federal government is, in fact, hiding Epstein's alleged client list versus just 6% who say that they are not. And get this, a majority of Republicans and Democrats do, in fact, agree on this issue that the government is hiding Epstein's alleged.
Oh, yeah. So you mean to tell me that Democrats and Republican senators agree that the government, that they agree that the government is hiding something? That should be a pretty big indicator to you that the people that work in the government are agreeing that they're hiding something in the government. Big fucking Oh my God, dude. How fucking stupid.
Client list. You can never get a majority of Republicans and Democrats to agree on anything, but they do agree on this particular issue. And perhaps not so surprisingly, you get a plurality of Democrats and Republicans agreeing that they are dissatisfied with the amount of information that the government has released so far. What are we talking about this? Well, we're talking about, if we look at Republicans and independents who lean Republican, 43% are dissatisfied with the amount of information released so far, compared to, get this, just 4% of Republicans who are in fact satisfied with the amount of information released so far by the federal government when it comes to the Epstein case.
How could you be satisfied with what's been done with the Epstein files so far? Literally nothing has been done with it. It hasn't been released. It needs to be released. Release these damn files.
Over here on this side of the screen among Democrats, get this, 60% of Democrats and independent leaning Democrats.
These people down here are the people in the Senate that are on the list.
Are in fact dissatisfied with the amount of information released so far. And get this, just 3% of Democrats are in fact satisfied so far with the amount of information released. Now you see this, you see that the plurality of Republicans are dissatisfied. So how is it impacting President Trump's overall approval rating? Republicans who approve
it's definitely affecting his mood with how much he's been lashing out.
That Donald Trump is doing. Get this, in our CNN SSRS poll, it was 86% prior to this whole Epstein saga. Now it's 88%. In fact, the percentage of Republicans who approve of the job that Donald Trump is doing has actually, if anything, climbed a little bit according to our CNN polling. How about Quinnipiac? 87%.
Well, big surprise. The president protects the senators, and the senators agree with it, and then they rise. Big surprise.
Before this whole Epstein saga started, approved of the job that Donald Trump was doing among Republicans. Now it's 90%. So we see agreement between the CNN polling and the Quinnipiac polling. Yes, Republicans are not thrilled with how the government is responding to the Epstein case, but so far they are in fact not taking it out on
Well, at the end of the day, the government can be happy with itself all at once, but the people that put these people in power are not satisfied, and they should be very worried, these people in power, about what the next elections are going to look like.
Donald Trump, at least when it comes to his overall approval rating. Now, you might be asking yourself, why? Well, I think this nugget gives it all away. Republicans who said the nation's top issue was the Epstein case, get this, 1 respondent, not 1%, one respondent of Republicans said that the nation's top issue was, in fact, the Epstein case. What we're dealing with is a public that is very much dissatisfied with how the government is responding so far to the Epstein case. A lot of folks, both on the right and the left, do in fact believe that the government is hiding Epstein's alleged client list. But yet, when it comes to his approval rating, Donald Trump's approval rating with the Republican base, so far they're sticking with him, because at this point, even if they believe the government is potentially hiding something,
they are the government. What the fuck are you talking about? They are the government.
Don't think it's all that important.
It is, of course, the story that
President... it's a good thing that the senators don't think it's all that important, because when the American people start voting out senators and getting people up in here that are going to release these files, then you're going to see how important it really is.
Trump just can't seem to shake as the...
That's crazy, dude. What the
calls
fuck?
grow louder from both the public and across the aisle for the Department of Justice to release more information in the Jeffrey Epstein case.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this could really help them if they release this. it shows a lot of transparency. It really helps out with, like, the government's trust, people's trust with the government, because ever since COVID, it's been like non-existent, dude. Ever since the vaccines and not being able to, like, talk about COVID on YouTube, like, the distrust between Americans and the government is just crazy, and this is not helping. This is not helping at all.
Weekend, Mr. Trump calling the case the, quote, Jeffrey Epstein hoax, blaming Democrats and what he calls troublemakers for the controversy. Meantime,
That's crazy how he ran his entire election on releasing these files, and now it's just a big hoax. That is just crazy.
the growing number of lawmakers demanding action on a resolution co-sponsored by Kentucky Republican Thomas Massey and California progressive Ro Khanna. That push would force the full House to vote, yes or no, on releasing
I didn't know Asmongold was in the...
the Epstein case files. Among the co-signers, 16 lawmakers who typically would not agree on, frankly, much of anything, like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Another co-signer, Republican Tim Burch of Tennessee, says the recent decision by the Trump administration to try to unseal grand jury testimony is just the beginning.
Bro, what is that?
On my bill to release the Epstein files, not only do I have Republican Thomas Massey, I got Marjorie Taylor Greene. I got Lauren Boebert.
I don't even understand why I'm still watching this. Bro, release the damn files. Americans aren't going to be satisfied with the crap that you keep saying, dude. Release these files. People want to know what happened and who's on.